The luxury car dealership was buzzing with activity. Salesmen in crisp suits eagerly attended to wealthy clients, showcasing the latest high-end cars. In the center of the showroom, a well-dressed businessman smirked as he examined a sleek black sports car. "This car is only for people who can actually afford it," he sneered, glancing at an older man dressed in simple, worn-out clothes. The elderly man stepped back, embarrassed, as the sales staff chuckled. Just then, the sound of slow, confident footsteps filled the room. "Funny," a calm voice said. "I don't remember money being the only thing that makes a person valuable." The room went silent. Keanu Reeves had just walked in. "Where are you watching this from? Let me know in the comments. If you love uplifting stories, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more inspiring content." "Now, let's continue." The businessman scoffed, turning toward Keanu. "And who are you to lecture me about wealth? Do you even know how much this car costs?" Keanu smiled, unbothered. "Enough to know that its value doesn't make you better than someone else." The elderly man shifted uncomfortably, clearly not used to someone standing up for him. The salesman nervously cleared his throat. "Mr. Reeves, would you like to see our latest models?" Keanu ignored the question and instead turned to the older man. "Sir, if you could have any car here, which one would you choose?" The man hesitated, his gaze drifting back to the black sports car. "That one, but it's just a dream." Keanu nodded and looked at the salesman. "Let's get the paperwork ready." The room erupted in whispers. The businessman laughed. "You can't be serious. You're going to buy a car for this guy? Why?" Keanu's expression remained calm. "Because no one should be judged by their wallet. Real wealth isn't about what you own, it's about what you give." The businessman crossed his arms. "That's ridiculous. People like him can't maintain something like this." Keanu tilted his head. "Maybe, but that's not your decision to make." As the paperwork was prepared, the elderly man still seemed hesitant. "I appreciate this, but I can't accept such a gift." Keanu placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "It's not about the car. It's about showing people like him." He gestured toward the businessman. "That kindness is the greatest luxury of all." The businessman scoffed but said nothing. The salesman, realizing the gravity of the moment, remained silent. The dealership manager handed the keys to the elderly man, who hesitated before gripping them tightly. "I don't know how to thank you," he said, his voice shaky. Keanu simply smiled. "Just promise me one thing. Whenever you see someone who needs help, don't turn away." The old man nodded. "I promise." The businessman, now humiliated, muttered under his breath, "This is ridiculous." Keanu turned to him, his eyes steady. "Real wealth isn't about money. It's about character. You can have everything in the world and still have nothing." Without another word, Keanu patted the old man on the back and walked toward the exit. The businessman stood frozen, lost in thought. As Keanu left, the dealership remained silent. Outside, the elderly man ran his hand over the car, tears welling in his eyes. A bystander who had witnessed everything murmured, "That's the kind of rich I want to be." Keanu disappeared into the city, leaving behind a lesson that money could never buy. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an uplifting story. See you in the next one.